Our story picks up right where we left off. It's been 5 years now, and life in the village has completely changed. For 5 whole years, humans and dragons haven't been fighting. They've been living together as friends. The village is led by Hiccup's father, a giant of a man with a big heart. But lately, he's been feeling the weight of his years. He tells everyone, "Look, I'm getting old, and I'll be retiring soon." He needs someone to take his place, and naturally, he wants his son Hiccup to be the next leader. But Hiccup, his heart is still with the dragons. While the village prepares for change, Hiccup is out racing through the skies. Everyone is looking for him, but he's off with his best friend, the famous black dragon, Toothless, the Night Fury. Hiccup's friend, Astrid, finds him out there and can see the sadness on his face. She asks him what's wrong, and Hiccup tells her the truth. His father wants him to lead the village, but Hiccup is torn. He asks her, "Am I really the one who has to shoulder all these responsibilities? I'm at an age where I should be enjoying life to the fullest. I'm happy when I'm taming dragons, and I don't think I'll ever be a good leader." Astrid looks at him kindly and says, "You can do good if you want to." As they're talking, they notice something strange ahead, a massive chunk of ice stuck on a mountain. They fly closer to investigate and find a forest that's been completely ruined. There's no greenery left, just giant snow spikes everywhere. Suddenly, they see people, dragon hunters. The man in charge tells Hiccup and Astrid that they have the authority to capture dragons. Their leader wants a massive dragon army so he can rule the world. Hiccup finds this news deeply disturbing. He manages to free his friend, and together with Toothless, they rush back to the village. Hiccup tells his father everything, including the name of the man behind it all. When his father hears the name, he becomes furious. He immediately orders the army to get ready for a massive war. Hiccup, always the peacekeeper, asks, "Is war really the solution for everything?" But his father is firm. Yes, there will be war. Hiccup isn't ready to give up on peace. While everyone else prepares for battle, he hops on Toothless and flies toward the enemy's territory. He hopes that if he meets this leader directly, he can talk him out of it. Astrid follows close behind. Soon, Hiccup's father and his men catch up to them too. The father pulls them aside and says, "Pay close attention to what I'm saying. Let me tell you a story." He explains the history behind this villain, a man named Drago. Drago is a monster. Even his own soldiers live in total fear of him. Years ago, during a dragon attack, Hiccup's father went to see Drago. Drago demanded that everyone bow down to him, promising that only then would he stop the dragons and make them companions. Hiccup's father refused to bow. Drago became so enraged that he killed everyone there. Only Hiccup's father made it out alive. For years he had planned to get his revenge, and now that time has come. But Hiccup still pleads, "War isn't the only way. I want to talk to Drago just once. Maybe he'll listen." When no one listens to him, Hiccup takes off into the sky on Toothless, determined to settle things with words. They haven't gone far when a strange, masked figure appears. This warrior is dressed in a mysterious costume and manages to separate Hiccup from Toothless. Hiccup is taken to a secret castle made entirely of ice. But when the warrior finally takes off her mask, Hiccup is stunned. It's a woman, and she knows his name. She looks at him and says, "I am your mother." Hiccup is shocked, but then a slow smile spreads across his face. It's his very first time meeting her. While his father is frantically searching for him, Hiccup spends time learning about his mother's life. She's been living here for 20 years, protecting dragons. She loves them just as much as he does. Back then, no one understood her, so she had to leave. Hiccup tells her, "Mother, our village is doing well now. The villagers have learned that dragons are nice, and we all live together." Hearing this makes her so happy. Her son brought the change she never could. Meanwhile, Astrid is worried sick. She hasn't heard from Hiccup and assumes he's already met Drago. She and her companions set out to find him. Back at the ice castle, Hiccup meets a legendary dragon, an alpha that can command other dragons with sound waves. It can literally hypnotize them. Everything starts to collide. Astrid and her group reach Drago's men, but when they don't find Hiccup, things get tense. Drago himself appears, furious that strangers have been brought to his camp. In the chaos, a man's dragon gives its life to save its master from Drago's rage. This turns the man against Drago, and he helps the villagers escape. Finally, Hiccup's father finds the ice castle. The moment he sees his wife, he's overcome with emotion. He had believed she was dead for 20 years. But their reunion is cut short. Drago and his army have arrived. The battle begins. Hiccup's mother brings out her alpha dragon to fight Drago's army, but Drago has brought an alpha of his own. The two giants clash, trying to defeat one another. In a heartbreaking moment, the mother's alpha dragon loses the fight and dies. Hiccup flies down to Drago and asks, "What do you gain from this war? Can't we live together in peace?" But Drago just sneers. "I will rule you." He commands his alpha dragon to hypnotize all the dragons on the field, including Toothless. Under the alpha spell, Drago orders Toothless to kill Hiccup. Because he is hypnotized, Toothless charges up a blast of fire and aims it at Hiccup. Just as the blast is about to hit, Hiccup's father jumps in front of his son. The blast hits him instead, and he dies instantly. It is a devastating, soul-crushing moment. Hiccup and his mother weep over his body. When Toothless finally snaps out of the hypnosis and tries to come near, Hiccup is filled with grief and anger. He pushes Toothless away, yelling at him to leave. Toothless, confused and depressed by what he's done, flies away. Drago now controls all the dragons and prepares to destroy the world. Hiccup is broken. He's lost his father and his best friend, but his mother comes to him, full of love, and says, "Hiccup, you are strong. Your father wanted you to be able to handle anything. He wanted you to be even more successful than he was. Both he and I will always trust you." With her words, Hiccup finds his strength. They realize they have one advantage: the baby dragons. Because they are young, Drago's alpha can hypnotize them. The villagers hop on the baby dragons and fly back to save their home from destruction. Hiccup tells the others to distract the alpha while he goes for Toothless. When he finds the black dragon, he reaches out his hand and says, "I know you were hypnotized. You're my best friend, and I forgive you with all my heart." The bond is restored. They are a team again. Hiccup and Toothless launch a final attack. The alpha dragon tries to freeze them with ice, but Toothless uses his inner power to break free. Toothless challenges the alpha directly, firing blast after blast. Seeing their friend fight back, the other dragons break free from the hypnosis and join him. Together, they rain fire down on the alpha until one of its massive horns breaks off. Realizing it can't win against all the dragons together, the alpha turns tail and retreats into the sea. Drago, left alone and defeated, disappears with his dragon. The battle is won. All the dragons bow to Toothless, accepting him as their new alpha. And back in the village, the people look to Hiccup. He has proved himself to be the son of a truly great leader. They even welcome the man